Ohio, konbanwa. Wait, what did I just say?
Ohio, konbanwa.
Oh, right. Welcome to the Fortress of Dorkness, the nerdy nexus for all your geeky needs. I'm your host, Christian Schnazzy Britches. We're coming down the mountain that is Marvel and DC to take a look at Ghost World from Fantagraphics Books on Beyond the Big Two. Enid Coleslaw and Rebecca Doppelmayr are two freshly graduated high school students who are both intellectual and cynical. My kind of ladies. They spend much of their time heckling the people that they observe in their town to each other. Meanwhile, they go through their dobbits and confusions as they try to figure out what to do with their lives. Wait, this isn't a horror story? What a misleading title. Why are we even doing this one?
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
You tell him, man. Why don't you be host? It's ridiculous. Daniel Close serialized the 8 chapters of Ghost World in his comic series 8 Ball. The series ran in issues 11 to 18 from 1993 to 1997. So basically they filled the void of 5 years without Malcolm's sexiness. Ultimately it was released compiled by publisher Fantagraphics Books as its own graphic novel in 1997. What's interesting about this comic series is that although there is little in terms of plot, it's mainly a character study. This book is a metaphor for the transition into adulthood. In fact, it's about growing apart. Through the course of the story, Enid and Rebecca watch the world around them shifting until that very change reaches them, which causes a rift between the girls as they realize they no longer have anything in common and their friendship ends. Early in the book, the two contemptuous girls mock their strange ongoings and their nameless city, going so far as to play childishly vicious pranks. But as time goes by, they begin to lose interest in these doings as Enid attempts to become a different person while Rebecca wants to stay the same. The title Ghost World most likely refers to the feeling of sexiness you get as an adult when you realize what Rocko's Modern Life was actually about.
Why don't you just jump on our doggy-style bow ride? Everybody on their hands and knees? Then here we go!
Clothes uses a two-tone color style over the course of the book, usually blacks mixed with shades of blue and green. He said he used this style to mimic the look of walking home at twilight, watching the blue tones of people's televisions flashing through their windows. In its transition from comic to graphic novel, some changes were made, including differences to the color tone and panels tweaked to match Clothes' style, which had changed over the years. The comic was praised for its straightforward look at the society and relationships and teenage happenings, and has often been compared to the novel Catcher in the Rye. Parents be warned. This is not a book for your kiddies. Some sex and nudity as well as some other mature themes can be found in the story, and it has often been criticized by some for how morbid the story actually is. And yet, not a ghost in sight.
Come on!
The popularity of the comic allowed filmmaker Terry Zwigoff to adapt it into a film in 2001, with Thora Birch as Enid and Scarlett Johansson as Rebecca. Though the film had a short commercial run, it was a critical success and is often considered one of the best comic book adaptations in cinema. I mean, just look at all these awards that collect dust and fungi on the mantelpiece. And finally, the song Ghost World by Amy Mann was influenced by this book. Ghost World is available as a standard graphic novel as well as a special edition which includes more material such as unused art, looks at merchandise, and the screenplay of the film. Fantagraphics Books has a wide selection of alternative comics, including reprints of old newspaper strips, comic books such as Black Hole, and of course, the first volume of the ever-popular Usagi Yojimbo. We'll put a link to their website below, so go ahead and give them a look. That's all we have time for today. Please leave your angsty, rebellious teenage thoughts at Angel's Diner. Please like, subscribe, and follow us on our social media, or whatever, man. This has been Beyond the Big Two on the Fortress of Dorkness. I'm Christian Snazzy Britches, and always remember, never fear the dork up here.